Okay, so you are 55 plus, but you're not ready to live that 55 plus retirement lifestyle. You are young, vibrant, looking for the perfect place in Phoenix, Arizona, but you just can't figure it out because, again, you're not looking for an active adult community, but you're looking for that quality of life, the overall lifestyle. You want choices, but you don't want all that noise and chatter from the normal gen pop, if you would say. Look, we're going to cover the top 10. Wait, no, I think I'm going to do the top 12 places for you guys that are requested, or we're recommending that we're seeing people that buy when they're moving here in their 50-ish years and they just aren't ready for that retirement life. So let's break it down, because I'm telling you, some of them are given, some of them you're going to be like, what? Okay, this one you probably have heard about, because honestly, I have to tell you, it is the most requested area, but it is the least purchased, because I'll tell you, what you see online isn't what you get when you get here. And that is none other than Sterling Groves in Surprise, Arizona. Now, here's the thing, guys. Toll Brothers does a miraculous job of, first of all, marketing online. And I'll tell you, taking those amazing pictures, they have some of the best designed, some of the most creative decor elements. So it's really, it pulls you in, just the sheer fact that it's Toll Brothers. Then when you add a Troon golf course, that's kind of a thing. And when you add in mountains in the background with beautiful palm trees, it's kind of easy to like suck people in. But when you get out there, what's it like? Have you ever heard the term build it and they will come? I kind of feel like that's what Toll Brothers was doing with this particular community. If we look back at this area of Surprise before Sterling Groves came in, predominantly, Surprise was one of two demographics. It was either retirees, a bunch of 55 plus communities that were built quite some time ago. These are not newer ones, as well as military. Don't forget, it's right by Luke Air Force Base. So all the area around Luke Air Force Base, which is Surprise, is not going to ever be built. So, and it's not really pretty, to be honest with you. I know, don't shoot me. I love the desert, but this isn't really desert. It's kind of just dirt. Okay. And Sterling Groves, when you go in there, boy, I'll tell you, Toll Brothers is probably the best builder for marketing, design elements, and the decor is just breathtaking. As soon as you hear Toll Brothers, you're just gravitating towards it, right? And now let's mix it up with a Troon golf course. If you're a golfer, this is a thing. So especially if you are looking for a golf course community that you can still buy new construction on, again, all these plus check, check, check. And when people come out here, they go to look at Sterling Groves and they're like, it's not really what I thought it was going to be. We have heard from golfers that it's not that spectacular of a golf course. I'm not a golfer, so I can't give you my personal opinion. But let me just say again, we have had a lot of buyers that come out, they go to Sterling Groves to do their own research, and they don't buy there. They find many other better opportunities. Here's the other thing. The city of Surprise median price point right now is about $440,000. So you can see it's not really a luxury area, although Toll Brothers tells you it is. It's kind of an odd place for a luxury golf community, but it's probably here because of the land opportunity, right? In order to build the golf course and a community that will eventually have 5,000 homes, you need a lot of land. So it makes sense that they landed here. Right now, because we are starting to see more resale homes in there, and there's a reason for that too, by the way. The builder doesn't tell you this in the beginning, but you cannot sell your home for at least 2 years And they don't tell you that in the initial beginning, but they'll be glad to give you a $50 gift certificate to go into the little restaurant they have there and have lunch on them. I don't know. It's just kind of, I don't want to call it shady, but they suck you in on all the good stuff and they don't tell you about all the other things like the cost, the HOA fees, the social membership. Let me tell you this, social membership fee is $5,000 when you first buy in, and it also has a $1,250 transfer fee up front for buyers. This is whether it's resale or new construction, but they don't tell you all this when you're buying new construction. So again, I think that you're going to, first of all, don't go in this community without a realtor. They will either omit information or also tell you different things. We have definitely found out about this particular community. Um, Resale right now, you can get some really good deals because the resale, they're only a few years old, they're at least 2 years old, and they know that they have to compete with the builder. So why would you pay top dollar for every single home, or sorry, for every single square footage in Sterling Groves if you can get a better deal with resale? So definitely give us a call. We can connect you with either resale or we will participate in your first visit and take a look at their beautiful, stunning models and see what you think. All right, coming in on number 3 is going to be Santan Valley. If you have watched my Santan Valley video, you will know that I love it for some buyers, but not for all buyers. And so that's why I like to make sure that our buyers completely understand what Santan Valley is like so you know what to expect. Look, the last thing I want people to be is unhappy with their purchase. I want to make sure I'm sharing the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm not just telling you about all the great stuff. That's too easy, right? So Santan Valley has so many pros if you're the right buyer. If you are looking for an acre or 3/4 of an acre, and you can do whatever you want there, you want a new home, farmhouse style, single level, maybe 2,200 to 3,000 square feet for under 800,000, Santan Valley is my absolute favorite place to introduce to people. If you have a semi truck, if you're a truck driver and you kind of need that kind of freedom and space, if you're looking for an RV garage, if you are just looking for kind of that, country lifestyle that's maybe 30 minutes outside of town, this again is my favorite part. Well, of course, we have to bring up Queen Creek, number 4, right? I'll tell you, Queen Creek is a fantastic area for people that have that toll brothers. Like they're gotta have toll brothers, but they don't want to be way out, like I said, in Surprise. Toll Brothers actually has not one, not two, not three, but actually several communities. Now, they are only currently building in 2 of them right now in Queen Creek, and at some point, they're not going to be any left of brand new construction. But don't forget, Toll Brothers, like, even though they have a closeout, at some point, people are selling them, right? So people, when they want Toll Brothers, we're finding that people really love everything that they have to offer in Queen Creek. Let me tell you, when you're in that $1 million price point, which is what Toll Brothers predominantly is known for, $1 million homes, you're not going to be living amongst a lot of young children. These are also very, if you ask me, I call them mature communities. So right now, that means that Whispering Ranch is already sold out, but Bridal Ranch and Kalita. And when I say adult communities, they're not adult communities, that's the wrong word, mature. They don't have community pools, they don't have a big lake to walk through. They're very simple with luxury homes the way you want them with the most amazing backyards. That's what people are putting in these communities. They're usually along walking trails and they're within a 10 or 15-minute drive to all the shopping that you need, whether it's freeway access or just Target that's in Queen Creek or Walmart or all the different shopping. And by the way, Queen Creek is now working on their whole downtown district. So if you are someone that likes fresh tap beer, there are several breweries in Queen Creek already. There will be another one that's opening up, as well as a steakhouse, another taco. Lord knows we have enough taco places out this way. Oh my God, one of my favorite taco places is out there. Let me tell you, it's called, get this, Queen Creek Taco Shack. How creative. It is so fun. I swear to God, it's like going back. You feel like you're in Mexico, like on the beach. They have sand all over and they have fun margaritas and they have the amazing food. You just got to check it out. And that's Queen Creek. So Queen Creek is kind of close to the city, so you could do a lot of fun, but it also is just a little bit outside of town. You don't have as much traffic, and most of Queen Creek has beautiful mountain views. All right, coming in next is hot and ready. The city of Chandler has an area called Ocotillo. Now, Ocotillo is a master plan community. It is ginormous, and there are a ton of communities within Ocotillo. Ocotillo is predominantly known for its amazing Jack Nicholson golf course, but more specifically, more waterfront communities than anywhere else in the entire greater Phoenix area. If you are looking for golf course frontage or waterfront, chances are you at some point you saw a house in the Ocotillo area. Now these are Chandler zip codes. Ocotillo again is just the master plan community. And so to look up on Redfin or Zillow, just Ocotillo, you're not going to find it. So you got to give us a call. There are so many communities that are beautiful, green grass, palm trees, water, the sun glistening on it. And this overall community is a very mature community. Most of the people that live in this area are going to be somewhere around the 50 to 60, 65. There's a lot of local, super awesome restaurants that everybody kind of hangs out at. It's really quite, it's quite unique. That's all I gotta say. There is one gym here that everyone belongs to. It's called The Village. And I actually was in Costco the other day and somebody was like, "Hey, I know you from somewhere." And then he was like, "Oh, I see you on TV." And then from my thumbnails, right? And then he goes, "Do you belong to the village?" And I was like, "No." Because I don't live in Ocotillo, just to let you know. It's kind of like I mean, I could belong to it, but it's just too far from where for me. I want some if I'm gonna go work out, it has to be within a 5 or 10 minute. And remember that, guys, this is why I'm bringing up like areas, not just the name of a community. Whatever your needs are, you want to be within close proximity. So let's talk about that working out thing, right? I work out twice a week. I have a private trainer. And if I had to drive more than 10 minutes to go and see her, I probably wouldn't. So that is a priority for me. And if something like that is a priority for you, having local resources and not just one grocery store or just one Sprouts. From where I live, and I'm not saying everyone should live where I live, but where I live, I have not one choice of Sprouts. I have two choice of Sprouts. I have two different Trader Joe's. I also have a Whole Foods. I have a Costco and a Sam's Club and a huge shopping mall and a ton of restaurants and a downtown district within a 10-minute drive. I like that social stimulation. It's important to me. However, it might not be important to you. So that's why we want to hear from you. You got to give us a call so that we can interview you to hear what's important to you and make some recommendations based on your needs and wants and budget. All right, coming in next is Desert Ridge. Let me tell you, before the 101 freeway was in, Desert Ridge seemed really far away. And now I would have to say it's probably one of the most accessible parts of the greater Phoenix area. If you want to go into Scottsdale, boop, right down the street. If you want to have massive medical care, right down the street. If you want to get up to the mountains, if you want to go skiing, hiking, if you want to go to Prescott, if you want to go to the lake, if you want to go shopping, entertainment, if you want restaurant choices, Desert Ridge has it all and it's luxury. It has some of the best resorts within close proximity, and the housing is very diverse. Like you could be in the lower price point, but again, I would really say in this area, if you're in the lower price, if you're under 750, you're probably going to be in the area where families are living. If you are over 750 in the golf course community or on the golf course or closer to that $1 million, it's going to be less children. Some of the area, some of the homes in Desert Ridge also have really small lots. So I would recommend a different part of Desert Ridge. And that's something when you're looking online. Here's the thing, guys. I know it. I get it. I get the bling attack too. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at that kitchen, or oh my gosh, look at that view. But there's other things that we will make sure we point out to you. Like for instance, let's look at the aerial. How close are you to your neighbor? Let me tell you, I've shown some homes in Desert Ridge where I could hear the kids screaming next door. They were just playing. But if I was if I was working from home, that would be disturbing for me. So these are why you need to give us a call. So again, we can have these conversations and also help you find that perfect home for your needs and wants. This next area is a very popular town called Gilbert, but it's more specifically about one community called Seville. Now, Seville, when you live in the Southeast Valley, people think of it as kind of like way out there. At the same time, it too is another one of those areas that's really kind of self-sustained. And the benefit of being way out there, which really only means 10 minutes to the freeway, is that you are right up against the mountains. Seville has some of the most amazing mountain views, has an incredible golf course, has unbelievable social environment. And again, this is one of the communities that offers a social club membership. So if you are looking for something that's not 55 plus, but there's still a lot of things to do, Seville is definitely an area you might want to consider. My friends from the Bay Area, they actually chose to buy in here and they never leave that community. They said that they have made so many friends that are around the same area as them. They all just kind of take turns hosting parties at the house. They cruise around in their golf carts or their razors throughout the community. And they just do like, trips into town again, which is only like 7 to 10 minutes. And when I say in town, you can pop straight on over to downtown Queen Creek area, which we talked about, Queen Creek Marketplace. But then you can also go up just 10 minutes north and you're going to hit the massive, massive shopping of Gilbert. So that's what Seville is a really, again, I get a lot of questions in that about that community. And if you're not needing or wanting to be in Scottsdale, which I realize that's the drive, but here's the thing, guys, the Scottsdale busyness gets old very quickly when you live here. And there are so many other restaurants, hotspots, entertainment, enjoyable things to do in other parts of the greater Phoenix area that you probably don't know about yet. And that's why you got to give us a call. But Seville is definitely, if you're looking for a social club, but not a 55 plus, one of the top ones on my list. And I believe you will absolutely find their views stunning. Okay, the next one is one of my personal favorites. And I'm going to tell you this. It's not just this particular community, it's the area. So I'm talking none other than a community called Las Sendas. Now, Las Sendas is truly breathtaking. If you are a golfer and you're looking for kind of that community club environment, I would recommend you check out Las Sendas. Las Sendas is actually made up, I think it's 38 different neighborhoods, and they still have some lots that you can build there. Now, these are $1 million lots. Well, no, the home will be finished at over $1 million. So they're not the lower price point that everybody's thinking, but these are luxury homes. And again, even though the main community is a gated, guarded community, each of the housing communities are. It's truly unique. And the mountain views are incredible, like spectacular. But here's what I want to say is although Las Sendas itself has a lot to offer, this whole area is an area that I would highly recommend that you take a look at, depending on what you are looking for. What I like about this area is the incredible mountain views. There is no views in the entire greater Phoenix area that are more majestic than the Superstition Mountains. I'm telling you, nothing even comes close. So I would highly recommend that you check out this way. It's right up against Tano National Park. If you love being outdoor, if you like fishing, camping, hiking, shooting, paddleboarding, kayaking, this is probably the most desirable area. With combined, you are only going to be 20 minutes away from downtown Gilbert. You're going to be 25 minutes away from Tempe Marketplace and 30 even less, 30 minutes from Old Town Scottsdale, if you got the hankering that you got to go down to that craziness. So you're kind of off like from that craziness. But the best part is you got this amazing freeway up this way called the 202. And this is the Red Mountain Freeway. And this 202 is never, ever busy. And that's what I love about this part of the entire Southeast Valley. So that's why I said this is my favorite. If you are looking for, again, being somewhat close to everything, not in the hustle and bustle, but have those beautiful mountain views and choices of all these things to do and not be in a 55 plus community, I would highly recommend you check out the Red Mountain area. How's that? The views are ridiculous. Okay, coming in at number 9 is going to be Vistancia. Vistancia is located in the northern part of Peoria. If you are coming from the Phoenix area, which you would to drive there, you're going to feel like you're driving. And I mean driving, 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 driving. And then you see just power lines. It's just not the prettiest experience to drive from Phoenix into Vistancia. But once you get there, it is truly breathtaking. Vistancia has a lot to offer. And in my opinion, I think we're going to see the property values go up quite a bit in this area for the main reason that, again, we don't have a lot of luxury homes up this way. But now that this is actually what they call a project area, what Intel did to Chandler in the 80s, and now it's exploded to over 1 million people just in the Southeast Valley, is going to happen in the Northwest Valley. So to some people, they're like, yeah, I don't want that. But that is what's happening in the Northwest Valley. It's not going to happen overnight. Like I just said, it took 30, 40 years for Chandler to get built up like that. But that is going to potentially happen up in the Northwest part of the valley. And at this time, this is probably, if somebody was looking for luxury, this is the area that I would be sending them to. There is 4 different areas in Vistancia. So you're going to have some of the older construction. It's not really that old. I think the oldest is like in the 20 years old. But you're going to have North Point and Blackstone. Blackstone is definitely that luxury level if you're looking for, oh my gosh, stunning homes, golf course views. Oh my gosh, with the most amazing open desert and mountain views. I just absolutely love it. The newer community is called The Village, and that is currently being built. And there's going to be a lot more new construction, not only just here in Vistancia, but again, like I said, in Northwest Valley. But Beezer is building up here right now. And so if you're looking for new construction, you got to give us a call. We need to go in with you on your first visit. So the benefit of Vistancia right now is you really are living kind of a little bit out in the desert, kind of like an island in the desert, if you would. The builder really hypes up about how close everything is. And I've talked to many homeowners in Vistancia, those that, like, again, these weren't my clients, I gotta say. They moved here sight unseen in like 2021. I've talked to them. I'm like, what did you think about it? And they're like, we just didn't realize it was as far out of town. It's still like they say it's, 6 miles to the nearest Target. They're like, it's like 10 to 15 minutes. And here's the thing though, you like when I was saying where I live, I like having choices. So a lot of people that bought there are selling today. It's actually a lot of resales in this community. And I think that people just realized, they want to be more closer in. But here's the thing, buyer for every house and a house for every buyer. So I really think that the best deal right now in Vistancia is resale. I think that we have a lot of motivated sellers, just saying, that have equity that can work with us. And so we can help negotiate fantastic deals for you. And with Beezer Homes, they're not offering something super amazing. But again, long term, this area will probably see some of the highest appreciation over the next 10 to 20 years. Real estate's a long game. It's not supposed to be a short game. All right, here we go. The one and only place I'm going to recommend in Scottsdale. It's kind of a no-brainer when people think of luxury that and I wouldn't say retirement, but just kind of space, quietness, and just kind of a more reserved lifestyle. That's Scottsdale, especially North Scottsdale. Greyhawk is my most favorite golf community as far as everything. You have to decide what the pros are, what the cons are for you, and you have to weigh those out and make sure the pros outweigh the cons. What I like about Greyhawk is, first of all, the beauty of the way the builders, this was a master plan community that was built in the late 90s, and all the different builders made sure that there is a ton of beautiful open desert amongst all the homes. We're talking large lots, we're talking unique, like they're not cookie cutter homes. They're not just all going north south. There's different types of twists. The roads driving through Greyhawk. I mean, you see the little squirrels, or you see the rabbit, or you see the quail, or you see the roadrunner. You are living in the desert. And here's the best part, it's right by the freeway, too. So not only do you have this very desert-esque area, it is stunning. The mountain views are gorgeous, but not as great as Superstition. But having all of this in my book, it really just puts Greyhawk way up there. There's a lot of different communities within Greyhawk. Like I said, the benefit of Greyhawk is having this desert and being close to the freeway. Being so close to 101, you are even closer to everything I mentioned in reference to Desert Ridge. You have choices of grocery stores. You have unbelievable amount of medical care here. You also have entertainment like crazy. If you want to go shopping, you have Kierland, you have Scottsdale Quarter, you have entertainment, what is it called? Music Instrument Museum, MIM. People don't realize about that. I'm telling you, they have all kinds of amazing shows here. And the Desert Botanical Gardens are right down the road. We also have Westworld, where there's all kinds of shows. If you are thinking super high-end restaurants, if you are thinking great taco places, if you are talking about luxury at its finest, this is the area you want to be. And if you are a golfer, not only will you love playing the Greyhawk golf courses, but you are super close proximity to the ultra super amazing golf courses like the True North and Silverleaf and etc. So you're again, this is luxury living, and people, it's amazing. $1 million, you can go just about anywhere in the greater Phoenix area. I feel for $1 million, maybe even $1.2 million, Greyhawk, really, you can still get amazing homes and be in Scottsdale. Okay, number 11 is a goodie. It's a good one, and it's gorgeous, and it's affordable. Can you guess? It is Estrella Mountain Ranch. We have helped so many people that are in that 50-ish bucket that felt like Estrella offered absolutely everything for them. And it was a much quieter community, but not 55, even though there is a 55 plus community in there. Prices are super affordable when you look at some compared to some of these other areas, and to be close proximity to the mountains and have that club feeling. The clubhouse, the main clubhouse, because there's now two, but the main clubhouse is, you feel like you're at a resort. It has a gym, it has an amazing restaurant, and it has a beautiful open pool. Let's not forget that lake that makes you feel like you're kind of in somewhere more tropical. If you are looking for walking trails, you like riding bikes, and you don't mind being 10 to 15 minutes away from shopping, because that's how long it will take to get you to Interstate 10, which is also where all the main shopping is. Estrella Mountain Ranch is definitely an area to consider, because the buy-in is not like these master plan communities you usually see. Some of them have pretty high transfer fees or capital improvement fees. You definitely need to give us a call. You don't see that kind of information when you're looking on Zillow and Redfin. You got to connect. There is a difference, by the way, for relocation specialists versus realtors. Make sure that you interview with your realtor and make sure they're a good match for you. All right, coming in, not last by any means. I just wanted to save it for last. And number 12 comes in is Verrado. Let me tell you, Verrado is a standalone town of his own. And although it's not really a town, it's a master plan community. It truly, truly is very unique. You will not find any other part of the greater Phoenix area like Verado. Verado was 100% builder created, and they did an excellent job. And we have seen a lot of other master plan communities, as we've talked about, but I'm letting you know right now, there's none other like Verado. But let's talk a little bit about what's going on Verado. So first of all, the main area is where it's kind of the gen pop. If you go a little bit further north and you're going up to the mountain area, that's going to be Victory, which is part of Verado, but it's 55 plus only. This is one of the few communities I don't feel like it feels 55 plus. And at the same time, if you don't want to be isolated to only the people that are over 55 plus, you still have access to all the Verado items. That's why I almost say it's a little different. The problem is, though, new construction in Verado, or should I say in Victory, you're going to be finishing up right at around 800 to a million. And to be honest with you, it's going to be over a million when you look at some of those lot premiums. Now, when you kind of step back and you look at new construction and you're seeing, oh, there's some 400s and 500s going on out there. That's actually one of those areas is called Sienna Hills. And by the way, I've done a video on this area. You got to check out all my videos. I have a huge library. But this particular community is gorgeous up against the mountains. If you're buying Verado for the mountain views, then you might want to look at Sienna Hills because it's less expensive. The HOA, you have your own little community pool and everything. It's not part of Verado, but it's still close to Verado, if that makes sense. Now, some of Verado, we also have seen some other new construction that are also in the mid 4s and 500s. And quite a few quite a few buyers have gone out to like the Richmond American, Lennar, etc. And they're like, yeah, but if I want to live in Verado. I don't want to be like many blocks, many streets. Like I feel like I'm outside of Verado. So again, just because it says it's in Verado doesn't make it feel like it's in Verado. It's not what everyone really loves. And I'll be honest with you, the best deals right now in Verado are resale. That's why you got to give us a call, you guys. I'm telling you, realtors are not created equal anymore by any means, especially not in 2024. If you don't live in the greater Phoenix area, you're looking for a relocation expert, a certified negotiation expert, someone that specializes in exactly what you need and want. All right, guys, we didn't even cover them all. Hopefully I've helped, educate you a little bit, but here's what, you know what? If we didn't get to all your answers, you just got to give us a call. Shoot us a text, send us an email, days, nights, or weekends. We got your back when moving to Phoenix, Arizona. And let me just add in, relocation is very different than just hiring a realtor. All right, we can't wait to hear from you. Hope to hear from you soon.